Yeah, so people notice this is not the athletics field, Porritt Stadium. The athletics track's behind us, but it's still pretty good facilities here though, Ricky.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. I think you've got a small grandstand on the far side, and certainly a couple of good seating arrangements on the near side here with the commentary boxes. So sit back and relax.
As you hear there, we've kicked off, folks. So Cashmere, just take the ball back and just go to the right-hand side, and they're just happy to start off with a bit of control there as they look to play back, and they'll go to the keeper, and that's with Storer. They'll be looking to drive up the field, and he's using that wind behind him, and it's not a bad one, and it's on the head with Wanderers as they look to go back into midfield, and the ball will just sit with Cashmere as they look to drive across to that left-hand side, but just a little bit scrappy there at the start.
Yeah, probably just a good chance to roll out the lineup for the Wanderers. So Matt Oliver in goal. Gone with the back three of Dylan Morris, Adam Luque and Adam Davidson. Paul Clout down the left-hand side. Mark Jones down the right-hand side.
There's an early cross there from Cashmere, but it's controlled well at the back, and Wanderers will be happy with that. An early touch now for Oliver. And he's just happy to roll it out here to his left-hand side. There's good pressure there from Cashmere, but controlled well as they look to use the midfield again. But the ball's been turned over, and Cashmere again in control. And they're just happy to hold it now just inside their own half as they look to go up that left flank again, and it's well controlled there. As they look to go to the box, and he's beaten his marker. It's not a bad kick in, but cleared well, and under a little bit of pressure there, as Cashmere player has a shot. Again, Wanderers good in defence. As they control the ball at the back, and now looking to get forward. There's not a lot of support for, looks like Xavier Pratt there on his own in the midfield as Cashmere look to go square, and they'll drive forward. But controlled now by Cashmere again as they're on attack through Mitchell, and finds number 32 Tyler. That's not a bad cross, but it's just perhaps he would have liked to have that again.
Yeah, I think just the early stages with Cashmere to set up with a very solid back four. As we said, Tom Swartz anchoring that centre of defence. Corey Mitchell just playing a slightly more attacking role in midfield. So look for him to get forward and support number 10 Coughlin, who's playing in that number 9 role for the Cashmere side.
And a good chance here as Clout just passes back to his midfield. It's controlled in the middle now as Wanderers look to build. And they're just happy to have a bit of possession here and get some good touches on the ball. And his players calling square, but he's just holding it now. Again, just dropping back and using Davidson. Davidson happy to just go square, and Wanderers will look to come up the right-hand flank now as they go with the long ball, but Cashmere players aware of that and making a good intercept. As Cashmere looking to build, but just a little bit untidy now, and some good pressure from Wanderers finds Cashmere having to make an adjustment. As Wanderers control the ball well. There's an appeal, but the ref's having nothing of that, and Andrew Lambert lets that go as Wanderers look to tidy up at the back, and they'll take the safe option and put it out, and they'll regroup there. And some good play there from Cashmere, Ricky.
Yeah, look, attacking quite strongly down both flanks, and certainly this left-hand side where I think they've got a lot of pace and skill, and just trying to link up with those front players and trying to move those two central midfield players forward as quickly as they can to get the support.
So Matheson looking to fire the ball in, and again, some good keeping there as Oliver read that well, and he just talks to his troops now as he marshals them forward. Again, just looking to hold that ball at the back. And Wanderers again starting to control the ball well now. Good ball to feet. Good communication coming from the Wanderers side. So hold their shape. And they'll be looking to go square, and they do so, and it's Paul Clout calling for the ball, but again Cashmere just equal to their task. And there's a bit of space there in the midfield, and he's under a good bit of pressure there, and I think the ref will bring Mitchell back.
Yeah, a little bit of a tussle there, not a lot in it, but Josh Signey and Corey Mitchell just getting involved nice and early.
And some strong defence there, and Cashmere just drive it back into the Wanderers half as they look to bring the ball back through the keeper and skied it a little bit as we wait to see who can get control. And some good contact there, and the ref will say, just have a look at that.
I think just a head knock here. As you know, the referee's just on Lewis Reed, and I think the referees now know to initiate the whistle. Just anything around that area of the body.
It's something all sports now look at, isn't it, Ricky? I mean, we've seen lawsuits all over the place these days for the older players. It's something that it's great to see more awareness of what head injuries do to people.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's well scripted now, isn't it, around those sort of head concussions and the issues that people can face with that. So good refereeing, well done, and we're off again now with Cashmere.
So Cashmere again controlling the ball as they look to go square, and they'll control it through field as he comes down the right hand side, and he's found a little bit of space there. And here's the ball again as Cashmere look to press. Wanderers with some good pressure there though, and they have taken possession back now, as we see it held in the back as he just drives over the top, but it's just a little bit scrappy there as the boys just fight for it in front of us. And Andrew Lambert says we'll have a stoppage.
Yeah, just on free kick down here on the left hand side there, Taiku just receiving probably one of the best receivers in the game for me. I mean, he just shields the ball extremely well. On that occasion, just Cashmere player just coming through the back.
And as we see the Wanderers again looking to just secure the ball, and again it's picked up well at the back. Just holding it in midfield as the Wanderers player looks to play it square, and it's an appeal, but the ref says carry on, and we'll see Cashmere on attack now as they come down the side there through Coughlin. He's in the box there, but a lot of pressure from the Wanderers players, and that's a good clearance there from 8, Lewis Reed.
Yeah, I think just some early signs here. Good long throw by Cashmere, and I think just the Wanderers players just needing to be on their toes, just focusing and just being aware of anything that might get played over the back quickly.
Yeah, I agree with you there. They just got caught out, but they'll be talking to each other there. Good communication as they look to man-on-man mark in that box, and it's good for Wanderers as they team up there. Again, you see Taguchi getting stuck in. He's not afraid to throw his weight around. There's not a lot of them as they explode down this left-hand side. They come down the touchline through Derek Tiku, and that's a great ball. And we find Paul Cloud in the corner. Hasn't got a lot of support as players look to come back, but that's a good little pass. And it's been cleared by Mitchell. He's been busy in the early play. Davidson takes the throw, and Wanderers again in control, find themselves in a bit of space, still in their half, just struggling to stay in the Cashmere half at the moment, but they're in control now as they go square again, and they're just happy to hold possession here. Again, Mitchell pressing, good little ball in there, and just a little push from number 16 Angus, and Andrew Lambert says we'll have none of that.
Ricky, this is something we brought up in rugby. Have you ever seen a player or coach, considering you've been both, win an argument like that against a referee?
Probably not, but it's interesting that we still see it week to week, don't we? But no, it's a really valid point, and I think just early frustrations. I think quarter-final game, lot at stake here, and everybody just trying to get that extra inch that they can.
As we see the ball again with Pratt, and it's not a bad little chip in, but it's been cleared up by Taguchi. He's a busy player. And a good opportunity here for Wanderers building up. I've got players in the box if they want to use them still. And they look to drive into that corner, but he may have just been a little bit far, but it's fallen well for them. Still chance on, but the ref will have us back here for a goal kick. And some good signs here from Wanderers, Ricky.
Yeah, look, I think both sides just really looking to get a foothold into the game, and the Cashmere side very solid at the back, as we say, with that back four. So Wanderers with the front partnership of Tiku and Xavier Pratt, just looking to find ways just to probe in behind and perhaps create some goal scoring opportunities. But been a good lively start with both teams.
And it has been a good start as we just see the ball go out again, and we'll have a throw in, and ball will be with Wanderers as we see the Wanderers side just start to move forward. Davidson with the throw as he has players coming into space, but he chooses to go long and use Tiki again. And he's just good hustle there, making a nuisance of himself. Mitchell again, he's been heavily involved early on. And he looks like he's up for the challenge today as the ball just sits at the back now with Storr, and just happy to go square, and it's been busy out there on that left back flank side. Again with the ball and just happy to distribute into the middle. Taguchi again, heavily involved as he comes again down the flank, but that's a good little clearance there. Mark Jones getting a foot in.
I think with Hamilton playing with those wing backs today, you've got Mark Jones down one side, you've got Paul Clout coming down the left hand side. It'll be just pivotal for them to make sure that they're pushing up nice and high and shutting down the fullbacks coming forward.
And just a little bit scrappy at the back for Storr, but he's got good support. And that's not a bad header to clear it back into the middle. Again, it sits with Mitchell in the middle, and as they look to drive up, and they'll be looking for number 28. He's been busy out there as he finds the ball now, and it's another good little run there. He's heavily involved. Might be a bit disappointed with his cross in there, Taguchi, though. As again, Wanderers holding it back and just happy to start building up again from that back left-hand side. Just finding some space in the middle now, and looks for an early ball as he comes square across here. Clout with some time. A couple of good touches and some nice interplay from Wanderers as they come up this left side, creating some pressure. It's a good through ball. But Cashmere just happy to hold the ball, and some good interplay there. As it sits with Matheson, and he's just going to use the square ball, and it's a good ball to relieve the pressure. And again, Swartz goes wide. And Cashmere starts to build up again from their favoured left side. They've been busy out there today on the left-hand side. Seems to be a strength, Ricky.
Yeah, I think with Taguchi out there, I mean, he was super through the summer, and I think he started this game very lively too. So good player to get one-on-one on the ball, certainly in that final third, and very creative, and likes to take fullbacks on. So look for him certainly to be very, very strong in the opening stages.
Yeah, instrumental early on. As again, it sits at the back, and Storr with that big boot using the wind brings it up to halfway, and ball falls with the Wanderers side, and they're also building up down that left, or their right hand side I should say. They also favour that as the ball's crossed in now, but it just falls luckily for the Cashmere defence, and watch this ball come back again to halfway. He's got a lot of time, and his teammates are talking well to him. Keeping the ball on the ground today, the Wanderers. They're just happy to use the feet, and on a pitch like this it's a really good option. Again, sitting at the back, he's got a lot of time, Davidson, and he just fires it in. It's hard to control though, and you'll just be a bit disappointed with that.
I think options now just for Hamilton. They're getting into some good positions in that top third of the pitch, and just probably looking for an extra player now just to come and link up and support, and just to offer another option for them going forward.
Yeah, certainly looking confident, Wanderers, as again they build up from the back and go square, finding themselves with space, as again he uses the full width of the pitch, and that's not a bad in-ball too by Jones. Oh, it's a heavy tackle, and I think he's come from behind there, and the referee's taken offence. Angus Lambert says come back here and we'll have a little chat about it. And they're taking it quickly, Wanderers, not wanting to muck around. Again, going to the back here, and it's been busy, Davidson. Square again. Mitchell looking to press. As Wanderers again look to drive up with the long ball, and it's picked up nicely on the head as they come out towards the com box here, and a bit of a long kick there. Might be a bit disappointed with that, and easily gives Wanderers back possession. And just a little bit of rain coming in, Ricky, now, just a slight spit, a hint of a bit of damp.
You were just saying before, wouldn't it be nice to have the covers over the commentary box, but we've got the jackets on, so we'll battle our way through it. But like I say, it's been a great start on both sides, and I think game's just starting to settle down now and getting a little bit of rhythm. We're starting to see a little bit more of the pattern of both of the sides that they want to bring to the table for such a crucial game.
Yeah, and both teams starting to play with a little bit of freedom now and a bit of confidence and a chance here, but well cleared. Storer had to come off his line and he was certainly under pressure.
A little bit of hesitancy from the Cashmere defenders there, just as Josh Signey comes out of midfield and gets half a chance with the keeper coming late to get the clearance to safety.
Yeah, Cashmere, I have to say, have looked pretty steady in defence so far, so maybe just the first ripple there or sign of the Wanderers starting to put a bit of pressure on now. And there you have it, folks. You might just be able to hear that in the background there. The Cashmere coach or staff just talking to them as Wanderers now build up an attack here. And he works his way into the box. He's under a lot of pressure as the Cashmere players come back to support him, but he's done well and they're holding on to the ball now as they build up outside. They've gone square as the ball sits at the back here with Paul. And Paul looks to go wide, and it's not a bad pass across. It's controlled well, and Wanderers just happy to build up from the outside here. And I think Cashmere will be happy with that. They've just managed to steady the course there, and they've pushed them back as again it sits at the back with Davidson. And Davidson again looks to go wide as there's a little fake there as he gets through. And number 5, Paul, just getting himself into this left-hand side. There's some space out to the right if Wanderers wish to use it. And just in the back now, Luca as he has a look. And some good communication there at the back from the keeper as distributes the ball up again to this right-hand side. And there might be a chance here for Wanderers as they push forward through the right-hand side, and it's a good little flick on. And he goes square. It's a good chance for Wanderers, and their best chance, but some good defence there, Ricky.
Yeah, look, super defending by Cashmere, but great attacking opportunity there for the Wanderers with Mark Jones doing exceptionally well down the right-hand side. Paul Cloud getting forward from a wide left-hand position too, just offer another support role and gets half a strike on target.
So Wanderers just starting to get steady at the back, and you can see that confidence creeping in through those mid ranks, and it's looking good now for Wanderers. What would you be saying to them, Ricky, if you could have a word in their ear out there at the moment?
I probably wouldn't get a word because my son's coaching the team. So, look, I think, in all honesty, I think Wanderers are just getting a little bit more space now in the middle of the park, and I think Lewis Reid, Philip Paul, and Josh Signey are just getting on the ball a little bit more and just causing the Cashmere midfielders and certainly the back four a little bit more of a problem.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Just starting to see this Wanderers team get a little bit more confidence, and we're just starting to see Cashmere under a little bit of pressure here now as they're holding it on the inside their own half. Again looking to use this right flank as they go down, and Takichi gets himself across to the right hand side this time, and he's been busy now, but he can hear the crowd there. They applaud that, and there's possibly just a bit of a simple error. He'd be disappointed with that, but good pressure. Davidson fires it in.
Yeah, I just think with Cashmere too, I think they look tidy when they go forward, and I think Coughlin, Matheson, Mitchell, Taguchi, all players that can hurt us, so certainly the Wanderers defenders will need to be on their toes as well.
And again, it's with Cashmere as they build up down the left-hand side. Again, some good defending there, and Luke's been steady at the back now. Looks like a reasonably big unit in that back line.
Yeah, Adam Luke brought in today just to anchor the centre of defence, and alongside not big players in Adam Davison and Dylan as well, but good footballing players that I think will get the ball down and instigate sort of attack coming from in those deep positions.
Yeah, well, he's been busy at the back so far, and playing well. Game Wanderers with the ball as they look to build up. He's under a little bit of pressure there from Mitchell, who's been busy. But Wanderers just happy to hold that ball up as they go square and they find a bit of space, and Davidson with the ball now. He's been busy at the back building up. Just happy to switch again. And Cashmere find themselves having to defend from the right hand side for them. As Wanderers look to fire that ball in, and it was just a little bit scrappy as there's a shot. And it'll find itself just outside the middle of the box now, and Wanderers still in a good position. Some good build up there, Ricky.
Yeah, it's been good, and I think Mark Jones has been excellent for these early stages. You see Sydney, great opportunity here for the Wanderers again, coming down that right-hand side very, very strongly.
Louis, come around, Louis!
Yeah, fantastic play from Wanderers, and they're right on attack now. I think the possession statistics are evening up now. As number 20 there, Derek Tukio, has a bit of a larrup at it, and he's a bit of a giggle to himself there as the ball fires over the back.
Yeah, it was one that didn't really come down for him, but always very, very keen to get a shot away, get an early strike on target. And but again, I just think, with the Wanderers, Mark Jones exceptional down the right-hand side, some better movement coming out of midfield now, and just some half opportunities starting to be created.
Similar to that shot, we saw a fantastic one taken in the Olympics just recently by one of our backs.
Liberato Kakachi, yes, boy. It was, if that's not goal of the football tournament in Japan, I'm not sure what will be. It'll have to be a real rocket to beat that one, but no, super goal.
I feel the heat in Hamilton. On that one strike.
Oh, and Cashmere there, hard on attack down the right-hand side, and that's a good ball fired through. And the Wanderers defence found themselves scrambling, and we'll come back, it looks like, for a goal kick. And you can just hear in the background the Wanderers boys just talking to each other, making sure we're all on the same page here.
Yeah, so that sort of combination we talked about too. You've got Tung coming down the right hand side, Coughlin at the top, and Taguchi just coming across the near post then with a nice little opportunity. So again, just echoing the danger that Cashmere do have when they come forward.
Yeah, and that was some good attacking there from them. So some great work from both teams as we see Davidson looking to build up down this left-hand flank, and there's a lot of pressure on him from Tung there. He's been pretty solid in defence and putting pressure on today. Looks like a pretty nuggety player. Game Wanderers just been happy to build up at the back here, and that's where they've been building up some of their best play from as they look to use the middle, but Cashmere equal to the task, holding that ball up as they look now to attack down the right-hand flank. And a little bit of interplay there, just holds them up, but there's some space in the middle now, and they'll come across to the right-hand side. And Tung with the ball. He's been pretty busy as he flies back inside, and good pressure from Wanderers. And you see Cashmere looking to go square again as they build up from halfway. And as the rain just starts to dribble in a little bit thicker now. And some good pressure from Wanderers, and they'll be happy with that, keeping in their shape and trusted each other there. Oh, and we'll just see Andrew Lambert say, "None of that, guys," as we'll come back for a free kick. And Tung with the ball at his feet now, and happy to just drive it back there. And Cashmere with the ball, just building up again. And it's not a little bad, great ball through actually, and the keepers had to do a bit of good work there. Matthew Oliver was equal to the task, and he was a little bit fortunate that he had some support. And that's as fast as it can happen with Cashmere, isn't it?
Absolutely, we talked about them going forward and doing very well, and again, Oliver having to come off his line just to get contact on the ball as Taguchi was advancing. And it would have been perhaps a tap in at the far post without that intervention. So again, a strong reminder to the Wanderers defenders, this side will keep coming.
Yes, Taguchi, good chance there. He's been very busy. He looks like a handy player. Working well with Matheson now. The ball will sit with Wanderers, and we're going to come back there. As definitely taking over the line there. A little bit cheeky from Derek Tiku there as he juggles the ball, but a bit of a wry smile as he brings it back, Ricky.
Yeah, a little bit of camaraderie with the two opposition players.
Nothing wrong with a bit of sportsmanship.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a good throw in for Cashmere, and he'll drive it straight back upfield, and Cashmere just looking to push forward, and some good pressure here in the middle as Mitchell comes through and just tries to disrupt it a bit, and Davidson was equal to the task. And we're just seeing that ball skid on a little bit. It's just sort of starting to change the way the game's going.
Yeah, I think the surface is just copping a little bit of this rain that's slightly falling now, but still a bit of wind coming, blowing left to right in favour of Cashmere, with the wind behind their backs slightly, but just a little bit of drizzle. Will shift pretty quickly, a bit more difficult for defenders to stay on their feet.
And we're just waiting for the throw in as it's delivered, and Cashmere look to go into the middle of the field there as the Wanderers players just finds his own man, and it's just a little bit scrappy as we wait for those players to form up again. And a good chance here for Wanderers. And they've had some good work on attack, and that's not a bad ball through from Derek Tiku. But again, Tung just tidies up and fires it in, and Mitchell clears. So it's not a bad ball from Davison, but it's been all the way through, and it'll be an easy one to clean up there for the goalie. So D Knight clears that ball out, and Taguchi there may have just overrun it a little bit as the Wanderers players just fire a good ball into that corner, and it'll be picked up nicely, and it's not a bad ball in. There weren't just players following that up though, and it's easy for Knight as again he comes down the right hand side, and Cashmere look to clear that down, but it might just be a little bit long, and Davidson has time to use his goalie, and he hasn't quite got a hold of that, and the ball will sit in the middle. It's a little bit dangerous here for Wanderers. They'll need to clear it, and the ball sits at the back now as the Cashmere player, I think it's Boyce, it's been sorted out there on that left hand side, finds Taguchi. Game Wanderers with some space in the middle, but a bit of a miscommunication now, and they'll need to regroup. Cashmere look to build up down this right hand side, and the game's just lost a little bit of shape there for a minute, Ricky.
Yeah, it's just dropped off a touch, and I think just for both sides now, just to regather, get a little bit more composure, get back on the ball, to start to dictate the game a little bit more. But yeah, Cashmere have been very strong. I think Swartz and Storer, who are the two central defenders, have done a very solid job. Knight and goal, just commanding and coming to let crosses when he's needed to, but just a little bit tidying up, I think, across both sides now.
Yeah, and both teams just having a chat now to each other. The ref just had a bit of a word there, it looked like, with Joshua Sigley. I'm not sure what went on there, but I
think it might have been a shoulder or an elbow sort of in the back. That's it was definitely a free kick.
Yeah,
just a little late one coming through, and again, just the referees doing their job.
Yep. So everyone's on the same page now as it sits here with Taguchi. He's got a powerful kick, so he looked to whip it in somewhere around the outside of that box as the Cashmere players wait for the ball. And it finds some feet, but Wanderers, excellent work there, and they get rid of it early. And some good work there from Wanderers as they build up nicely and fire that ball into the middle. Still looking to build, and there's some space there for the Wanderers players. They just give away a little bit of possession. There's some good signs there for Wanderers.
Yeah, just looking for that extra player now. I think once they retain possession again at the back for a Cashmere attack, they're just now looking for perhaps another midfield player that they can link up with, and then look to play that second ball in behind to either Tiku or to Xavier Pratt.
And Wanderers look to get rid of that there again out of the box, but it's been cleared well. Some good pressure here from Cashmere, and they look to build up again. Looks like Storer with the ball as it throws in, and Wanderers just getting a foot in there and disrupting, so they'll look to come out. Again, Cashmere to throw in, and some good work there from Wanderers, and I think we'll see likewise a free kick, and there's a yellow card, the first yellow card. And it looks like it's for a bit of chat. He'll be disappointed with that, Ricky.
Yeah, like I think we always say from a coaching point of view to the players, look, you're not going to get any advantage by having too much of a comment. I think Corey Mitchell's probably copped that again from the referee. And sometimes, to be fair, I like to see that. That'll settle things down, hopefully, and players will understand how to move forward.
Well, he was quick to get it out, Andrew, so like you say, Ricky, hopefully that settles things down a little bit as the goalie Matthew Oliver has a huge kick into Cashmere's territory now as Wanderers with a bit of a chance, just building up slowly outside Cashmere's box, and there's a nice little chip in, but again he's equal to the task. Goalie D Knight only had one real little hiccup today, one little heart flutter as Cashmere build up through Coghlan. And Wanderers again just making a nuisance of themselves down that right hand side.
Yeah, just looking to keep the pressure there, and I think once Cashmere received the ball in their defending third, that Wanderers are really keen to press nice and high, trying to winning it back nice and early as they've done again here.
And again Wanderers with an opportunity. Got some well cleaned up there, and it'll come to Tongue down this right hand side, and he's had a little bit of a run. And he's managed to win the ball. Again, played well. And they go square, and they'll find themselves with some space down the right hand side as they come down there. And that's some good interplay. And we've got a man down in the back play on the Wanderers side. I'm not sure if referee Lambert's seen this, but we're playing on at the moment as the ball sits with Wanderers. As is just a little bit, and they've done the right thing. It's been kicked out now, so we'll come back to so have a look.
We've got Paul Clout down here on the left hand side, and I think not often you get the players sort of yelling out to get some attendance onto the pitch, so clearly around the leg area from an issue point of view, but hopefully nothing too serious.
You see the trainers on now.
Having said that, Tommy Semi is being prepared on the sideline, so sit tight. Here comes the P&G Express.
Well, looking forward to seeing this man on the pitch, and while it's a shame for Paul, looks like a hammy possibly.
Yeah, it looks like a hamstring. He's sort of clutching that on the way out. He jogs off slowly, but certainly grabbing hold of it. So
I think if you're Cale Herbert at this stage, you're not too worried. I mean, you're feeling a bit for Tommy, but you're looking for for Clout, but you're looking forward to seeing Semi out there, and it might just be the little spark they need.
Yeah, look, he can be rapid from a pace point of view, so certainly a fantastic player to be able to bring off the bench.
As Wanderers look to build up Davidson, and easily defended there from Cashmere. It's not a bad header. As you can hear the contact just in front of us, there's some good tackling going on now as Wanderers again look to go square, and it's a good ball. They find themselves with some possession and some space. As Cashmere look just to close that down. Wanderers with some space, and they've got some players square if they can find them. And just a little bit scrappy on this left hand side, and there's a little bit of a collision, and Andrew Lambert says we'll have a free kick and Wanderers will win it. Well, it looks like, is that Matheson down there?
Yeah, it's Matheson and Mark Jones on the right hand side there, just getting into a little bit of a tangle, and as you say, referee brings it to a halt.
Yeah, he's not having any of that today. Good signs. Matheson gets to his feet again.
It's been lively, it's been competitive, and I think we are in a quarter final of the Chatham Cup, so it's good to see the intensity of the players today.
That's right, it's a lot on the line, and this is the furthest Wanderers have travelled in the Chatham Cup, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is. So, a lot riding for them today. If they could secure a semi-final berth, it would be a fantastic year for them.
And as we see again, Wanderers building up, and they're playing like they've been here before, as they look to build up just outside Cashmere's box, but again Cashmere just used the ball well, and as it sits here with Taguchi in the middle, and he's a good little run from him as he controls the ball. A tumble and back play, Matheson again off his feet, and a good kick there, and just a bit of a hush over the crowd as Matthew Oliver fingertips it.
Yeah, it was Coughlin coming forward, and I think he saw Matt Oliver sort of well in advance outside of his 6-yard box, and I think he fancied the chip. And Matt had to go fully extended just to secure the ball.
I think I have to follow up the rugby highlights and the football highlights in this game actually, because there's been quite a few of them so far.
And I'm sure Matthew after the match will say he had that completely under control. It was never an issue.
Correct.
As the ball comes to the back now through D Knight, as the wind's just dropped, but it's still a good kick now as he finds Davidson, and Davidson equal to the task, and we'll see it thrown on halfway. Cashmere looked to take it quickly, and we used Taguchi. He's very busy today. As we see, there's a bit of a scramble in the middle now. Taguchi fires it out. It'll be a good run as Matheson chases it down into that corner. And it's a well-weighted kick, and he's got a bit of time, and he's found his back partner there, and it's a good build-up. And they fire it in, and it's not a bad header there. And it's come through number 10, Coughlin.
Yeah, you could see the play building down that left-hand side, and again, Matheson not afraid to be attacking the Hamilton defenders, but checks back this time and crosses deftly to the middle of the penalty box, Hamilton penalty box, with the advancing Coughlin, who just gets inside Mark Jones on this occasion. He finds his header nestling in the back of the net to give Caversham the 1-0 advantage.
Yeah, it's a good build-up, and there was some good work in the midfield then from Taguchi. He just managed to hold the ball up just long enough for his forwards to get into the right areas, and then he drove into that left-hand corner. So a well-weighted little pass there. And the rest is history as Matheson fired in that ball. As Wanderers look to strike back, and they'll start by firing it back into the middle, and that's where they've enjoyed their build-up today, coming down this right-hand side, and that's where they've been strong. As the ball sits at the back now, and okay, again through Davidson. He's been strong on that left foot as he drives forward, and there's a good ball in, and an early touch for Semi. And we'll be watching him closely. Number 13, Tommy Semi, who's come on to replace Clout. And again, Davidson didn't quite get the touch he wanted on that, but it'll be cleared nicely now as Luke goes square. And his forwards telling him, pleading with him to go to the left-hand side, and he has, and didn't quite find his player, but again, not a bad ball through, and Wanderers putting some pressure on. And it's a good clearance, and a big clearance, but returned nicely. And some strong challenges in the air. As the ball sits at the back there, and Sammy just happy to pass it back. Wanderers building well again. And some good interplay there, Ricky.
Yeah, it's been good, and I think with Semi coming on now, he'll look to probably play a little bit more centrally now with Taiku, with Xavier Pratt just having that little bit more flexibility to play slightly wider at times.
If you're in the Wanderers team, who are your leaders out there? Who are you looking to get a bit of influence from?
I think you've got Xavier Pratt, Josh Signey, Derek Taiku as the captain. I think just generally around the pitch now, you're looking for that little bit extra information coming. Like I say, it's been end to end. It's been a good quarter-final match to date. So certainly a lot more to come, I would say, at this stage.
I see Semi behind the ball, but it'll just be a flick on in, and it was a good option. Derek Taiku just couldn't quite get enough on it as it flicks down past the right-hand upright.
I think it's only the second goal kick of the game, actually. I think most of them have gone to the keeper themselves. Yeah. So, the kicking's been quite accurate.
Which is a good positive so far.
Other than the scoreline for you, Ricky.
As Knight looks to clear the ball off his own line, he drives it low and hard, and it's returned with a bit of velocity as well. And we'll see that just flick out, a little bit scrappy there. Cashmere again look to build up on this right hand side. The rain stopped and the wind's calmed down, the sun's come out a little bit, so the conditions have improved. Wanderers with the ball, just looking to clear their line. There's some good contact there from the Cashmere player, and there's been a call, and Andrew Lambert's got his arm up, but looks like we'll have a throw in now. It's awarded to Cashmere, and it's not a bad ball in, and Mitchell just looks to distribute now, but again building up Wanderers, and that's a nice little switch there from Wanderers as they come up the right hand side. Again, good play out on that left hand side, and he's had a strong game so far. So he just feeds that ball back again.
Yeah, Corey Mitchell did very well in there for Cashmere, just sitting in, looking to pick up any of the loose play, winning all the tackles. And again, his timing of his runs going forward has been very impressive as well.
And that's a not a bad little ball through there from Tung as he finds his forward partner, and again goes for the back heel, something a little bit tricky, but he's just lost the ball and he wins it back, but there's no one there, so a little bit scrappy. Cashmere managed to get themselves into a good position there, but just a little bit loose with the ball at the end there.
Yep, just again coming down the right hand side, but done well on both flank areas today so far, Cashmere, and Tung down this side, Matheson down the other side. Taguchi operating a little bit more centrally now and behind Coughlin, but he's certainly been a big threat to it.
As Wanderers just lose it in the middle now, and we see the ball just with Cashmere as they fire one through, but it's a loose one into the box, and Wanderers equal. Sits at the back now, Matthew Oliver with the ball, but a little run there, and Tung making a useless of himself. Taguchi in the middle. Wanderers will bring it out though on their favourite right hand side, and just looking to, as he walks over that ball, and a little bit of tricky play there from Semi. And just sitting with Davidson again out here on the left hand side. And brave defence there from Cashmere as he wears one in the back, but he'll wear it like a badge after the game, I'm sure. Wanderers just building up again with the ball, enjoying a little bit of position at the moment as it sits with Sammy, the PNG player, as he comes through the middle. And it's an educated pass across here. Jones looks to drive into the box. Oh, and fires not a bad left footer there, Ricky.
Yeah, good attacking play there, and again Semi just linking up, getting Mark Jones into a wide position, attacking the fullback, looking to get that early cross into the box, but gets a corner, so an opportunity here on a set play for the Hamilton Wanderers.
What will the Cashmere team know about Tommy Semi?
Well, a lot of them are the Canterbury players from the Summer League, so they'll certainly know a lot about him.
And there's a good ball in there, and it's cleared, sitting just on the outside of the ball as Mitchell looks to clear it, and he's done so well. Whether the ball will stay in, and it does, but equal to the defence, and that's some good work from, it looks like Davidson who's come across, and there's been a yellow and a late foot, but Davidson did well there. It was a strong tackle, but he's got straight to his feet, to his credit.
Yeah, no, he's done well out of him, but I think, just another highlighting again, I think Tom Swartz very committed in everything he does, and you applaud that, but I think this time just probably coming into the tackle off his feet, and just with that foot raised, the referee quite rightly just reaching for the yellow card.
So 2 yellows now as we draw closer to the half-time break. Wanderers with the ball. And they look to go square through Davidson. He controls it well. It's just behind him a little bit, but he's drawn the player in, and he's found his front forward. And that's 20. Derek Tikau, and again he goes back to Davidson. There's some good connections through the backs and the forwards here, playing well, some good confidence, and it's a great little ball in. And Sammy will find himself on the ball as he looks to drive in. He's some great little plays, just perhaps taking it one too many there. And some good work there as Cashmere just clear it back up to halfway. Coughlin looks just to flick it on. Cashmere take the easy option there, and they'll just take it and sit out on the left hand side. Good pressure now as Wanderers again start to build up. As the sun comes out and you can just see the shadows on the field, the conditions have definitely improved.
Yeah, no, it's great. As you say, sun's out, nice and warm. The wind's died down as well, so every opportunity for the players to get the ball down and shift it quickly.
Luke and Davidson just connecting well here, he's playing well. And Paul's seen some space, and that's a great kick out. He just needs to control it well, and he has, as he looks to come to the top of the box. And that's a great ball in. He's found some space and he has a shot. And equal to the task, Knight. Some good keeping there, but good chances there for Wanderers, Ricky.
Yeah, look, a great run. Xavier Pratt this time getting down the right hand side, linking up with Derek Tyker in the box, who spins and turns and gets a shot away with the keeper, Dan Knight, just right there to recover safely. But just running down now, probably a couple of minutes to go in this half. And even contest, but certainly Cashmere with their noses in front with a very, very good goal.
Yeah, Cashmere have played well. They'll be happy with their first half performance. I have to say, Derek Tyker plays with a lot of passion and been pretty nuggety out there. He looks like he'd be a bit of a character to hang out with.
Yeah, no, good guy, Derek. Probably just a real easy go guy. Yeah. But yeah, quite a talent, and certainly one of the more instrumental players for the Wanderers side.
As again, they look to clear the ball off the line, and as we speak of him, he gets the ball now and fires a good little pass in as the exciting Tommy Semi has the ball at his feet. And Cashmere know they're in a bit of trouble here as they look to bring players back, and that's a fantastic shot. He just hasn't quite got it on the right side of the post there. And I think Knight will be happy there, he might have got off the hook.
Yeah, look, a great chance there as the ball gets fed through to Tommy Semi one-on-one, and that's certainly what he likes to enjoy. Probably just takes his first touch a little bit away from goal and just denies himself that option and angle to be a little bit better. And, just gets a little bit tight as he rifles it into the side of the net.
Yeah, it'll be certainly something I think the Cashmere team will talk about at half time. Certainly some exciting play looking up between those two players now, as Adam Lambert says we'll have a free kick and we'll see the ball with Mitchell now, and no, he'll leave it behind, and I think that's field. He says we'll start proceedings again, and it's not the greatest little kick, but it won't matter as referee Adam Lambert blows for half time, and it's been an exciting half. And any comments you'd like to make, Ricky?
No, I think it's been good. I think plenty of energy. Game certainly started off very vibrant. Both ends both teams certainly wanting to attack. I think it just took a little bit of time. I think midway through probably went a little bit rusty, if we can say that. But both sides look to get back into their patterns. Cashmere attacking very well down both flanks, and Hamilton looking to move one or two extra players forward and create opportunities as well. So probably very tight at this stage, but as we say, a good goal from Coughlin at a crucial stage just to put their noses in front going into the half break.
Well, there you have it, guys, and we'll go to the break now and we'll see you shortly. Thanks for having us here at the Chatham Cup quarterfinals. I'm Nicholas Shoston with Ricky Herbert and Bevin Jenkinson. Thank you. Welcome back to the Chatham Cup quarterfinals at Porritt Stadium, and we're seeing Wanderers here on the left hand side, Cashmere on the right. My name's Nick Shoston. I'm sitting here with Ricky Herbert and Bevin Jenkins. Welcome back, Ricky.
Yeah, thanks very much, Nick. Yeah, looking forward to the second half.
And Wanderers start with the ball, and they're just happy to sit at the back here. A little bit of the wind's picked up here, so look for Wanderers to have a little bit of an advantage here now with the wind behind them. It's had a little bit of rain during the break, but it's settled down again now, so it could just be a bit slippery. So much of the same that we saw in the first half. And Wanderers just with the ball, just happy to build up down the right hand side. And what are you expecting to see from Cashmere in the second half?
I think they'll be looking to stay organised. I thought they were good in the first half, and just to sort of get their rhythm going nice and early in the second half to say they've got their foothold in the game with scoring a good goal. And I'm sure they'll want to keep looking after the ball, keep as much possession as they possibly can, and continue to create opportunities.
As you see an early chance there, and it just flies over the top of Matheson, and finally cleared now from Wanderers, but Takaguchi and Matheson really chance, and Wanderers using that wind now, looking to clear, and just a little bit of sorting going on early into the second half. But the referee Andrew Lambert says we'll have none of that, as he has a quick chat to Signe, and it's not the first time he's had a chat to him today.
Yeah, no, just on the touchline here in the first half, wasn't it? Just a late challenge, and just a reminder from the referee on what's acceptable and what's not. But another little bright start to the game. Cashmere now in possession of the ball with a free kick just within their own half.
You see there Cashmere players just shuffling outside the box now, and the ball's with tongue. So it's going to look to whip it in, but Matheson just sitting to the left hand side, but he chooses to go to the far side as they're calling, but Swartz with the ball now, strong player. And it's whipped in, and it's not a bad cross there. I think that was Mitchell, number 17, with the cross.
Yeah, nice early delivery coming in from Corey Mitchell, and just testing the Hamilton defenders nice and early, as we see Knight come advancing out of his goal just to clear the danger.
And we spoke about that briefly just during the break, Ricky. Cashmere defensive line is going to have to be a bit more aware with a bit of wind now into their face.
Yeah, we've certainly got the 4 seasons in one day, haven't we? And the wind's picked up again, and that will favour Hamilton, just as far as that reasonably strong wind into their backs. But
I'm a little worried, guys, being in Auckland this morning. I might have brought it with me, actually.
I think you probably have, but to be fair, for a couple of weeks it's been chopping and changing down here.
Nothing good comes from Auckland, as we know. As Cashmere flick it through, and Matheson's on the end of that now. He's under a bit of pressure, but he's got himself into a good position. He just couldn't quite connect, but Cashmere still with the ball as they work it through Coughlin, and he finds himself inside the box. Got some good, great defending there, and I think the Wanderers back line will be happy with that.
Yeah, Coughlin very dangerous when he gets into that front third of the pitch. Very lively, and again taking on the 2 Hamilton Wanderers defenders, and just on point, not getting the end product he wanted, but ends up with a corner.
Don't worry, folks, I'm still on the scaffolding.
Slight technical difficulty there, but we're back, and we'll see Taguchi with the ball, and he'll be looking to whip it in from the right hand side. You've got Matheson in the box there, and he's just jostling for a bit of position as the ball comes in now, and the keeper's gone down, but it's been cleaned out nice by Wanderers, and we've got a player down in the box as the ball sits now with Semi at the back. But we're going to come back, and referee Andrew Lambert's called for the support staff to come onto the field, and it looks like number 5 Store is down there, so we hope he's okay.
Again, just that early decision by the referee, well done, just to get the medics on. Again, looks like another head knock for Storer.
Now the ball was fired in from Taguchi, and it was a well-weighted ball, and the keeper went down, and as the body's cleared, fortunately Storer was just left on the ground, and Andrew Lambert stopped proceedings.
Just as a public service announcement, folks, if you're in Hamilton and you're wanting to get into filming, sport, do get in touch with me, or the Wanderers football as well. They're definitely one of the clubs, but got contacts if you. It's not that hard to do. It's easy to learn as you go, Ricky. And I mean, clubs appreciate it, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think any sort of social communicating, getting it out, getting the sport around, and just connecting with people that can access it very freely. But yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it today. Thanks for the opportunity.
No, thanks for coming, mate.
And some good signs here. It looks like Stora's just starting to get to his elbows there. He hasn't moved far yet, folks, but good signs that he's just a bit of movement. And as we just wait for the play to begin again, see players just trying to keep warm. There's a bit of a wind coming through as the weather just closes again. And there's a pretty good crowd here as we look around the ground. Should be a few celebrations at the Hamilton Wanderers Club down here at Porritt Stadium. So like Bevin said, if you are in the area and you've got some spare time, there's still 40 minutes or so to go. Chatham Cup quarterfinals. And it looks like he'll leave the field. And that's a shame. But we'll carry on now as we get underway. And again, the ball sits at the back here, and it looks like Davidson has been busy in the first half. And Wanderers just happy to switch again, and using the ball well. Some quick interplay here, and some good chances here as they build up. There's been a shot, and they're called for a handball, but the ref will have nothing of it. And Taguchi with the ball, just happy to settle things down as it goes out to Tongue. And he'll drive the ball up into that wind, and it's a good clearance. And we just looks like a blood nose for the Cashmere player that's left the field. So as you see in the background there, he's just doing some running repairs, and we may see him return to the field as Wanderers build up on this right hand side. And some good little interplay there as Matheson tries to make a nuisance of himself as Cashmere look to defend. And they'll defend well, but some good play there as number 5 Philip Paul comes in and controls that ball well.
Storer back onto the pitch now for Cashmere.
Well, that's good to see. We don't like to see players go off injured, but he takes his place again in the back line, and he's easily recognisable. You can see the tissues as he just adjusts it. And he could be a little bit ginger there, Ricky, for the first few minutes.
Yeah, I think just that full pace of the ball into his nose, so some bleeding there, but all blocked up and ready to go again.
Well, they build him tough down in Canterbury as Wanderers find themselves in possession again inside their own half as they look to go square. And Davidson again with that educated left foot. He's been good today on that left hand side. There's a little call for a pull on the shirt and he'll get it. And a little bit of interplay between the players, but Andrew Lambert says, come on guys, let's just carry on. And Wanderers players just sort of lining up now outside the box, marshalling his troops, number 22, as the ball just fires off, and we'll see a goal kick there as Cashmere clear the ball. But Knight, goalkeeper, having some firm words with his back line there, Ricky.
Yeah, look, I think it was a good ball in from wide on the left hand side for the Wanderers, and I think Philip Paul this time just getting across, and I think Knight feeling that the defenders let him run free, and he'll be looking for that to be tidied up on the next occasion.
Well, he's been good at the back today, Swartz. He's a pretty large figure of a man, and he's had a good game so far. Likes to throw his weight around.
Yeah, very solid, well gets the team organised, leads by example, and so very committed in everything he does.
And as Mitchell tidies that up, Cashmere look to build again through the right hand side, and some good defence there from Wanderers. Some silky skills, sees them with the ball, and they make a good run, and it looks like Semi up that left hand side, and he'll be looking to find his friend in the middle there, and Derek Tukey got himself into a good position, but he just couldn't link with him. And Some strong defensive work there, so a little bit exciting there as we see the Tommy Semi come on.
Yeah, probably just need to get him a little bit more isolated. I think when you get him in wide positions, he gets a chance to run at players and senses that open spaces in behind the defenders. He can be a real threat. So I'm sure Cashmere have looked at that, and no doubt they'll be looking to put one, if not two, defenders around him.
As we see Cashmere just building up down that left-hand side, but the ball's been won back by Wanderers, and it's just a bit scrappy there as Matheson contests the ball. And Wanderers will come up with it down this right-hand side. And again, just happy to look to go back and use the wind and the big boot there, and that's a good kick. And it'll find its way right down to his opposite number 22, Knight. And it's just a bit of a feeling process again, similar to the first half. It's been a little bit scrappy, so both teams will be looking to build up and build some confidence.
Both sides, their structure hasn't changed. Still the same shape. Cashmere with a 4-3-3, operating with a holding midfield player and two more advanced ones, trying to stretch the Wanderers back three with three attacking players.
And they are putting a lot of pressure on that Wanderers back line, in particular Taguchi has made a nuisance of himself today. He's everywhere, he's a live wire.
Yeah, very good, and I think from side to side he's operated down both flanks, so yeah, certainly a handful.
As we see boys throw the ball in and look to Taguchi, and there's a bit of contact in there. As Wanderers will look to clear it off their own line again. And again, Oliver finding himself in a little bit of a precarious position there, but he's cleared it well, and Wanderers just have a little bit of time now on this left-hand side, and they use it well. Some good interplay from Wanderers as they build up. And again, Taguchi getting in there, working well with his counterpart Mitchell in the middle. But here's the build-up we've been waiting for as Semi moves in, and it's a good little wide pass if he can link up now. And that's a good interplay there as Mitchell comes in and gets a good foot in. The Wanderers still with the ball, and they've found themselves in a good spot. Can they finish? And Semi, it's a good shot there. A big right foot comes through. May have taken a deflection, we'll just wait to see.
Yeah, certainly was. Field, the Cashmere player, just getting an absolutely timely challenge in there as Wanderers link some excellent passes together, get the ball into the box and square across to Tommy Semi to finish, and Field just throws himself into the challenge and gets the safety. The ball going over the top, and it's a Hamilton Wanderers corner.
Yeah, well, Kale Herbert will be happy with that. The injection of Tommy Semi has certainly been exciting, and they just seem to have a little bit more excitement and electricity up the front as it's whipped into the back. And again, it sits with Wanderers as they look to build up, and they flick one back in again. It's a good head, and it's just going outside that left-hand upright. I think Black will be with that. Sorry, Knight. And that's not a bad head there, number 22.
Adam Luque coming up from the back. Using his height and his presence there off a deft cross coming in from Mark Jones on the left-hand side. And Luque just looking to get a little bit better contact, just skims off the top of his head. As we see the ball fly past the right-hand post.
Yeah, good signs there for Wanderers. The ball comes through Boys now at the back. He's been busy and strong, and again puts himself into some good space, and they haven't used it this time. As we see the ball fired across, the Wanderers equal to the task though as they look to clear it, and they'll have to fire it out, and we'll find ourselves with the Wanderers deep in their half now with a throw, and as they look to go back and just hold the ball, and again it's with that man Luque, and it's a strong challenge there, but referee Andre Lambert says play on, and it sits at the back, and some good interplay again, and these two up front now are making some good yards as he gets the penalty, and Derek Tuka will get looks like he's going to get the penalty, and doesn't look like Tagoshi's very happy with that. Himself and Matheson getting stuck in there.
Yeah, a few opinions flying around, and I think with the Cashmere players they were saying, well, perhaps there could have been a free kick for them a little bit further up the pitch, some 10-15 seconds before, but referees given the one here for Hamilton Wanderers, which is again is in a good position, and Josh Signey has scored from here through the summer league, so see how we go.
Number 19. And he's just got a deflection as Taguchi dives in, live wire. It's a good strike. I think Sigley moves across now. He might take the corner also. As we see Wanderers just drift into the penalty area now. Cashmere, some heavy man-on-man marking there as it flies across to the back of the box, similar to just before, and Cashmere clear it well as they'll look to push out. Wanderers players aren't clearing the box too quickly though. And he's just used a shoulder there, and now the Wanderers team find themselves in their own half, and Davidson goes square. Morris again with the right foot pushes back. As Taguchi and his opposite number Sigley just scrap for the ball, but here's a good chance now as number 10 Coughlan fires one into the middle. There's a good chance here, and he's nailed it, and it looks like Tung scored the second one for Cashmere, and that's a good ball in. Links up nicely with number 32 Tung, and they find themselves 2 in front.
Yeah, it was an excellent break there from Cashmere. As Hamilton had mounted some good pressure and had a lot of possession, but they gave the ball away a little cheaply here down the right hand side for us. So we see an excellent ball get played through the middle of the Hamilton Wanderers defence. Free to the advancing Cashmere player, who just travels forward and within a stride just buries it past the advancing Matt Oliver to make it 2-0 Cashmere.
And Wanderers won't be happy with this. They were hard on attack. It was a real switch in play, and Cashmere have come up on the right side of that. Some good shot there, a good strong shot there from number 32 Tung. It's a strong game, and they'll be happy with that. So goals now to Mitchell and Tung.
We see Hamilton just ring the changes with Owen Matomba coming on, and Jordan Shaw coming on at the back for the Wanderers, with Philip Paul being replaced and Mark Jones.
And again Wanderers kick off, and it's through Sammy, and he's just happy to feed back again to Morris. And they'll move up, and it looks like the new player gets an early touch there out there on the left hand side. And some changes there as Davidson perhaps moved up into the midfield.
Yeah, so Adam Davidson's moved to a wing back position on the left hand side as Wanderers stay with the back three, this time with Shaw, Luke and Dylan Morris. Adam Davidson will go down the left hand side with Tommy Semi down the right hand side.
So some small changes there, as you hear there from Ricky Herbert. And they hunt again as they build up on the outside of the box here, and Wanderers were looking good here not long ago, and again they're straight back into their work. But it looks like Taguchi will come out, and there's just a little... Referee says play on, he's not too worried about the attack. And we see Wanderers now come onto the right hand side of the box as they look to build up. But that's a great bit of defensive work there by Boys, and a good clearance saves Wanderers look to come back in. Ball now is Semi, and there's some good work, but we've got a player down. It looks like number 16 Angus has just taken a blow. And we'll just wait for the medical team to get onto the field there, as there's a couple of players asking for some assistance, and it looks like number 16 Angus is down for Cashmere, and number 17 Xavier Pratt just asking for a bit of support there too. So
yeah, I think it was probably once the play was operating down the left, I think two players probably spun and collided into each other. I think it's like Xavier's taken a knock on the knee. Field probably a little more damaged, and him just holding his face.
Yeah, it looks like Pratt's definitely nursing a bit of a stinger there on the end of the knee, and Hopefully he can run that off.
Not sure there was anything in that, Nick. Just probably a little bit of off the ball, but certainly no malice in that.
A good chance for the players to have a breather and regroup.
It's been quite a physical game though, so the physios and medical staff have had something to do in this game.
They probably appreciate getting the odd run onto the pitch, just to feel a little more part of it.
Yeah, justify their existence. So we see number 22 just running back into the box. The keeper, Knight, he's had a pretty good game. Is just going to come and give his fellow teammate a bit of water. And he's probably got something special in there, maybe a bit of Powerade or a bit of sugar and salt. Just telling the guys just to calm down.
Bit of Avalon River water. Avon River, sorry.
Yeah,
not Avalon.
Avon River. Might have some Waikato River water in there maybe. And we'll start up again now as Wanderers build up from the back and they look to go square and use that left hand side. They've done it well during the match. As Davidson looks just to fire it back now, and just a little bit of pushing and shoving going on out there, but he's stayed on his feet as they look to build up, and some good early touches out there for the new left back. He's come on. As again they build through, and that's a good ball, and Mitchell making a nuisance of himself in the middle. He's been playing well, he's fired a good ball through, and he's linked really well there with Coughlin, who's just come on and been playing some good football. And Andrew Lambert says, look, we'll come back. A little bit of a foot through there, Ricky.
Yeah, it's Coughlin again, just causing some problems down the left-hand side for Cashmere, right-hand side for the Wanderers. Just some silky schools and just the trailing foot catching him, providing Cashmere with a free kick opportunity wide on the left-hand side.
Well, you alluded to it at the beginning, but Coughlin, Mitchell and Tung have some good players. They've certainly made themselves, very strong in the match, very busy. As there's some good defensive work there, and just as we say that, Cashmere again push in, but it's a loose one there, and I think Coughlin will be a bit disappointed with that finish. As I was saying, the players you mentioned at the start, they've certainly proved their worth.
Yeah, just that connection. I think playing through the summer together in the same league, they've got to know each other really well, and those combinations have certainly come to the fore today.
And Wanderers find themselves in another good position here as they look to build up. There's still plenty of time in the match, so the coaches will be looking for them to press forward and take any opportunity as there's a shot there and a good deflection. And we see a good breakaway there with Cashmere. Coughlin moves up through that right side. He's got support, and it looks like Tagichi's with him, but he just fires a soft one through, which is easily picked up by Matthew Oliver at the back. And not too much pressure on Oliver there, Ricky. And Wanderers just again happy to build up at the back there and using the ball well. They're just struggling with those last touches, and it looks like that Cashmere side have strengthened up that back quarter. There's a lot of yellow players around that defensive side now. And they've found some space out there on the right hand side though, and there's a good run here. Matheson's made a good run into the middle, but looks like Tung just hasn't been able to link up. He's found Coughlin though, and that's a couple of good back heels and some expansive plays worked out well for them. And some strong defence at the back there has seen the pressure relieved.
Yeah, Cashmere with a good little spell here, just managed to get themselves into the Wanderers half and just retaining possession of the ball, getting good support around as we see Adam Luque just get a timely challenge in for the ball to go out for a Cashmere throw-in. But they've certainly climbed in confidence after that second goal.
So if you're Cashmere and you're two head up at the moment, are you looking to defend and see the game out? It is a Chatham Cup quarter final, or are you building up with confidence and looking to really just finish the game off maybe with another one?
Well, I think they're very solid at the back, and I think the back four will probably stay tight. You will see Tom Schwartz go forward for set plays, etc., and he does like to link forward when he's got a bit of time and space on the ball from the back, but they'll be very solid and tight back there. I think Sit a holding midfield player, and then in front of that I think they're very good going forward. They've got good alternatives, and I think they'll still look to keep and maintain the pressure on that Hamilton defence as much as they can.
Just as we say that, Wanderers find themselves with a little bit of ball in a good position, and they've got numbers forward and a good little bit of play there, interplay there between Semi, and it looks like it's a shot there from Tico, but it didn't quite find the mark, as we see a good run here from Taguchi as he brings it out, but some good defence there from the number 8, and Lewis Reed, he's been solid all day.
I think it won't be far now where Hamilton have to take that little bit more of a risk going forward, and maybe just get some more numbers into that attacking third.
And just a little jump there from Semi, so he wasn't happy with something, but they'll take it quick, and the ref just says play on guys as Boyce gets a little bit overzealous. And some good little skills there in the middle there, shown by Coughlin. He's been busy in the last few minutes, made himself a bit of a nuisance. As we see some good build up there, and number 20 goes down, and it's Derek Tiku again. And he wins the penalty, and you can just hear it out there. There's a little bit of noise coming from the players, so Andrew Lambert will have to take a bit of control and perhaps just slow it down and talk to the guys.
Yeah, Tiku just on this occasion, just holding himself up in the box and field. Angus, on this occasion, just get himself a little bit too tight. So Tiku tries to roll him on the edge of the box, and Angus just coming through, giving away the free kick.
And they've gone for Davidson with the left foot, but just hasn't managed to swing it in there. And it looks like they'll come back for a corner.
Just updating the other Chatham Cup results going on at the moment. North Shore United 2 over Otago University 1. Western Suburbs and Melville United are 0-0 at the moment, and Miramar Rangers 1-0 over Auckland City currently. So those are all the other quarterfinals going on.
Thanks, Bev. Some interesting results.
Thank you, Bevin. We see Wanderers, it's all Wanderers at the moment, and they're building up well, but Cashmere defence is just not letting them finish off here. And some good work there from Mitchell, just letting the ball and shielding it as it goes over, and he's had a strong game. He's certainly a contender for player of the game. He's put his hand up.
Yeah, look, he's just sat in the middle of the park, and he's just executed everything really well. 1 tackles, delivered safely, when in possession of the ball, and as we see there, just getting back and putting in those timely challenges to stop the flow of the Hamilton side.
And Knight, the goalie for Cashmere, with that big boot, clears up to halfway, but Wanderers will win the throw, and again they go on to attack now, and there's some space out here to the right hand side if they use it, and they've switched again and gone back to the left hand side, and they'll look to find the middle there, but it's a bit of a wayward kick, and it's been tidied up comfortably there by Cashmere, and it's just telling his boys just to get up the field a little bit, and it's a good nudge. Cashmere again looking to push out, and it's not a bad ball, it's a great nut actually. He's pushed it right through there, and we'll see Matheson clean that up on the left hand side, and he's got some time as he looks to go in, and that's not a ball, a great ball swung in there. It's picked up nicely by Matthew Oliver though. Oh, that's what Cashmere can do, Ricky. They just build up so quick.
Yeah, again, Matheson down this left-hand side. He's just got a nice turn of pace, and just drops the shoulder and gets around Dylan Morris on this occasion. Whips one across with Matt Oliver coming out safely, retaining possession.
Well, he hasn't done a lot wrong, Matt Oliver. There's just been a couple of chances gone past him, but he's had a good game. As Boys looks to clear it, and it's a big left foot there, brings it up to halfway. But Mitchell again, right in the middle, as we spoke to before, gets stuck in, and some very good play there by Taguchi. He's been ever present today. He's quick, and he throws himself around. He's not the biggest person out there.
No, he's been lively, hasn't he? And I think good example there of shutting the ball down and stopping Hamilton from executing anything from coming from deep.
Davidson with the ball. He fires it back. Davidson's had a good game today. He's worked well down his left-hand side. As we see the ball come forward now through Jordan Shaw. And he looks to go down to the left, but just doesn't quite execute there and gives the ball away to Cashmere. A bit disappointed with that. And as we see him just move back out to his favoured left-hand side. Cashmere with the ball. You can see Semi talking to his players now, trying to roll them up a little bit.
Some running repairs to the Cashmere player. I think he's spitting a bit of blood again. By the sound of things.
He had that knock on the nose, and sometimes, as we know, they just keep dripping away. But just needs to change a few of those tissues.
Well, he's a brave player. As we see Cashmere again just clearing the line, and as you see Stora come off there to get his nose repaired, they just found him again. It's a little bit like a Scott Sterling moment. And as we see Wanderer start to build up again, and it's a good little fake there as we see Tiko leave the ball behind, and he's great little pass through, and it's not a bad cross. There's a chance there, but the first touch just didn't quite control it, unfortunately, and I think that was Davidson there on the outside of the box coming through.
Yeah, coming down the left-hand side, and I think it just dropped back probably onto his non-favoured right foot as he just takes a little bit of a heavy touch as it advances through to Cashmere keeper Knight.
Well, if he had got that, I think he would have deserved it. He's had a big game down there. He can be happy with his performance so far. As Cashmere again relieve the pressure from their line. And their keeper's really belting out the instructions from the back now, Knight. As they build up again, as number 10 Coughlin, he's been dangerous in the last few minutes. As he builds in, and somehow he's managed to get that past Matthew Oliver. I'm not sure how. He was closed down with two players, but that's a good right foot through, Ricky.
Yeah, it's a good ball, and again, it's that man Coughlin, isn't it? He gets himself into a 1v1 situation, gets into a really tight position. I think that you'd be just checking the keeper, Matt Oliver, getting beaten so close on the near post there, but he's rifled that one into the near side of the goal and breaks away to celebrate on the far side of the pitch as Cashmere score again and lead comfortably now at 3-0.
Possibly just a little, I mean, Wanderers, because of the score at the moment, having to play a bit more forward and just being caught out at the back.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to push forward, as you say, Bev, and look for that elusive goal to look to get themselves back into it. But three very, very convincing goals to date for Cashmere.
Yeah, well, Cashmere have played well, especially in the second half now, as we see the ball with Wanderers again, and they're looking to build up on that left-hand side. And some good skills there shown from Tico, but he's shut down. Tico, sorry, but he's shut down there, and it looks like again Taguchi the ball. As Wanderers look to hold their midfield, and there's some time here as they go down to the right-hand side, and it's a good ball. It's picked up nicely there by Morris, and he's got plenty of time to have a think about it. And he's happy to come back here as they look to build. They have players, and you can hear the Cashmere defence screaming at each other there to hold that line, and there's a bit of trust as it sits in the middle. Semi with the ball at his feet, number 13 looking to build up. Again, some good little play there, but just a little bit fancy, and again they lose it. Back up to halfway now, and he's had a strong game, number 22 Adam Luque. Wanderers again. You can hear them talking to each other in the middle, and that's not a bad ball through. Just needs to control it. Semi with the ball at his feet. Coming in from the right-hand side, and he's got into the box there, and it's some good keeping, equal to the task there. Knight with a good hand over the top.
Yeah, excellent save by Knight as Semi cuts inside, tries to bend one into the far post as it takes a deflection and goes slightly higher as Knight gets up well to deflect it over for the corner.
As we see Davidson and Taguchi fighting for the ball there. It's been won by Wanderers again as they look to build up. And they'll need to start taking some quick action here. It's the game starting to fade away. Some good work from Semi, but he's shadowed over the ball by Matheson, and a little bit of scrappy stuff on the sideline there as the sideline referee says, look, just calm it down, guys.
I haven't been able to update the scoreboard, so just remind folks that it's 3-0 up to.
Sweet. So the ball sits with boys and he's looking to throw it in. Cashmere have the lead and it's 3-0. Wanderers will be looking to get one to get back into this. I think statistically you'd be thinking Wanderers have spent the majority of the second half actually in Cashmere's territory, but those breakouts, Ricky, just let them down a little bit.
Yeah, I think just a couple of little defensive lapses there just to allow the Cashmere players to break so quickly and find players unmarked. But yeah, they've certainly had their fair share of play without really threatening to get a good shot on target.
And it's easy for Oliver at the back as he picks that up and looks to distribute out again through the strong play of Adam Luque. He's been good today. And again with Wanderers just looking to build up inside their own half and a bit more pressure applied now from the Cashmere side. But they're still not too keen to come out of their own half. Got a 3-0 advantage now, as they just look to clear the ball off their line and start play just outside of the goal box here on the left hand side. Referee just getting himself in the way there, and Andrew Lambert becoming the 12th player there for Wanderers. And you can hear the coaching staff on the sideline now becoming a little bit more vocal. There's a lot in this game here in the quarterfinals of the Chatham Cup. Wanderers versus Cashmere from Porritt Stadium, and the score is 3-0 in favour of Cashmere. Cashmere in the green and the yellow, Wanderers in the blue. And Wanderers with all the possession at the moment as they look to build up and apply some pressure. And the ball sits with Semi, number 13. He's been good since he came on, and Taguchi just wins the foul.
Yeah, I think Cashmere just happy now just to sit back, stay organised, stay tight, just deny any spaces in between that Hamilton may be able to break into, and they probably sense now that the finish line's not too far away, and they'll be pleased so far with what they've achieved.
Yeah, well, they've come a long way and they've played well. It's been a strong effort from all the players on the field for Cashmere, as Knight looks to fire that ball deep up into Wanderers territory, and Boys returns the favour. Again, controlled well by Matheson, and a good clearance there. Lewis Reid, he's been pretty busy today. You can see him there talking to his defence. And you can hear the players stay focused as the ball now thrown with Matheson, and it's a good throw, and he's found a little bit of space, but Taguchi just couldn't link up or take the shot. He just got a little bit in between, and Wanderers look after the ball now, and there's a bit of space for them now as they build up through the back. Again, number 22 Luke out the ball. It's been very solid today as he looks to drive forward and link up, but there's some good work done in the middle there, and it's that man Swartz. And some silky play there, and some good linking up there between Coughlin and I think that was Matheson. And Matheson still with the ball now, and it's just a little bit ugly there as Lewis Reid and Matheson get tied up.
Yeah, a little tangle down the left hand side here, as you say, Matheson and Reid, but not a lot in it. But a nice early free kick here for Cashmere as they advance again.
Well, Coughlin's been busy in this later part of the second half. It's almost like he's put the afterburners on, and he seems to have taken the mantle from Taguchi, who was everywhere in the first half. And there's just a little tangle there as the referee comes inside and just makes sure everything's okay. And just waiting to see the player down, as it could be Matheson. And the referee just needs to take control here and just talk to the captains. It's been a good, hard, clean game so far, and sure the teams will want to end the same way.
Yeah, just a little tangle here, as you say, coming to the back end of the game, and sort of clash as we see probably the third head knock in the game.
Yeah, perhaps he just caught a little boot as I think the player tripped over him, so I don't think there was any malice in it, so just in a bad position. He's had a good game, Matheson. He's been pretty strong up on this left flank.
Yeah, very vibrant. I think he's, like I say, he's prepared to take people on. He's got a little bit of pace, and his quality going into the box has been very good again today.
So some good signs here for Cashmere if they get through this, and it's looking likely. They've put on a strong performance, so they'll be buoyed by this. And I think if you're Cashmere going into the semi-finals, you're not going to change too much.
Yeah, and with a couple of Auckland sides still floating around in the quarterfinals as we speak, and I guess I'll be looking for a nice home match in the next round if possible.
And as we see Matthew Oliver kick that ball out, and it's a decent kick right into the Cashmere goal area. But again, that defence strong now, and you can see 5 across the back there for Cashmere. It's a pretty staunch back line, held together in the middle there from Swartz. And some good interplay there from the Wanderers players as Semi steps over it, and it's fired into the box. A good chance there, but Swartz equal to the task. He's very staunch there in a central defence as he marks up, and he's sticking with his man Derek Tiku as Boys wins that ball after a heavy challenge and draws it out, and it's not a bad left foot, but it's cleaned up nicely by that man number 22, Luke. He's been good at the back. A little bit of a challenge there coming from Coughlin, but he's equal to the task. And a good ball in, and he finds his man there. Good little run. Cashmere just find themselves under a little bit of pressure, and some good play there, and good sliding defensive work there from Angus as he kicks that ball out, and we'll see a corner, and it's all attack at the moment.
Yeah, it is now for the Wanderers. I mean, 3-0 down, really chasing the game, and as I say, Cashmere happy to sit back and just soak up this pressure as we see the ball trying to be delivered into the box by Wanderers, but again cleared safely by the Cashmere defenders.
Wanderers again building up. They've been steady in the midfield today. They've some strong plays through there. It's just been that final pass. As again, a good shot, but good work there from Knight, and he's picked that up, and it's been a clean game from him. He'll be happy with how he's worked today. Had possibly one little chance there with a fingertip one, but otherwise it's been a good performance from the man at the back for Cashmere. And the ball sits with Coughlin, and he fires it through. Looks like we've had a little bit of a clean up there. There's a bit of tape on the chin of Matheson, and possibly a shirt change.
Yeah, I think we have seen a shirt change. It's just customiser as well, Nick. I think he's gone from 19 to 9.
That's okay, so we're still looking at Matheson out there, and number 9. It looks like he's just got a bit of a bandage on his chin, so he might have caught a sprig, I think, in that clash previously. As a good square ball, sees Wanderers just start to work their magic down the right hand side here, and good pressure again from that man Taguchi. It's been ever present and a real thorn on the Wanderers side and around that midfield. It'll be interesting to see the number of steps he'd done out there today.
Yeah, been very busy, very active, very positive.
But again, it's Wanderers with the ball, and they're building up well, and it's a good clearance there from Boys, and Boys and Swartz working well together today in that back line. But Wanderers again with the chance, and it's a great ball through. It's a good opportunity, and it's not a bad strike, and they've had a second go there, but again just outside the right hand side. Some fantastic work there from Knight, and it's a good opportunity there for Wanderers, perhaps one of their best in the second half.
Yeah, on combat this time, just receiving the ball inside the box. Jenkinson side gets on his favoured right foot, tries to bury one across the face of the goal, but Knight equal to it, palms it to safety as Dylan Morris comes in at the far post, looking to get some mileage off the rebound, but sees this shot again going to the side of the net.
And good work from Wanderers. They've been hard on attack in the second half. It just hasn't gone their way, but they've certainly had a lot of possession. As we see a change, and it looks like number 21 for Cashmere, Tyndall's just replaced Matheson, so he's just decided to give him a rest after that injury. They tried to bring him back on in number 9 shirt, but taking the safe option of the replacement. As we see the new player just get an early touch, number 21 there. And it's a good flick on there. Great work from Coughlin as he finds that 21 who's straight into his action there. And he'll find himself in a good position in the box. But he just couldn't complete the skill, and ball sits easily with Matthew Oliver, who looks to clear it straight back out to Davidson. He's been busy out there on the left hand side.
Looks like we've got 6 minutes extra time.
There you hear it, folks. So 6 minutes of extra time. There's been a few stoppages in the game, as umpire Andrew Lambert says we'll play on. And the ball sits in the middle with Coughlin, and he's got a man outside him if he wishes to use him, but he just holds up, and beautiful little ball to Gucci. It's 1-on-1. And some good play. Matthew Oliver didn't really find himself in a good position. He had to come out of his line, but Taguchi just equal to the task, taking it to the right hand side and towing it in there.
Yeah, as we saw again, I think free kick taken early by Cashmere deep in their half, and the Wanderers players just not switched on that occasion, and the ball breaks freely, and Coughlin again getting the ball free in the middle of the park. The advancing Taguchi just being able to take a touch inside the box, and again just burying it past the advancing Matt Oliver.
Yeah, unfortunate for Matt Oliver. I mean, you could probably argue in his defence 3 of the 4 occasions have been a breakout from Cashmere where he's found himself isolated, perhaps apart from that good header from Mitchell in the first half. The rest of them have gone against the run of play.
Yeah, no, it's been certainly a very effective way for Cashmere, and they've punished Wanderers again on that counter attack.
Saying that, and Semi says I'll do it by myself as he drives up really well all the way up into Cashmere's territory, but he's just been clipped and finds himself just possessed. As Cashmere look to bring it back out. And number 21, Tyndall's been busy since he's come on with a couple of good early touches and a nice drive down the left hand side. And we'll just see a little stoppage here, perhaps a change. And we're just waiting to see, but it looks like number 24, Donkers, is coming on for Cashmere, so they're just ringing a few changes. And we'll see number 32, Tong, leave the field. He's had a great game. He's been really busy, Ricky. He's a good player.
Yeah, another one operating very well down that right-hand side, and causing the Wanderers a lot of problems. But an opportunity here just for the sub to come on, just to offer a little bit, just as we roll through with probably 3 or 4 minutes to play.
So if you had to nominate perhaps a player of interest for man of the match, where are you going at the moment?
I think you've got to go with Coughlin for me. I mean, I think it's more what he's contributed right around the pitch. I mean, he scored goals, he set things up, he's been very effective in what he's done. But give all credit to the Cashmere side. I think right through the park they've been very solid and safe, and certainly contributed to a good performance.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Coughlin's been a good player, and I've also enjoyed some of the play from, as we're just seeing, free kick awarded here, and we've almost finished, but I was going to say I've enjoyed Mitchell's play, number 17 for Cashmere as well. I think he's been ever present today.
Yeah, very much so, and I think he's seen Porritt a lot through the Summer League, and he's very strong in that competition as well, but today just anchored that midfield, done everything right, won a lot of the ball, shut play down when he's needed to, and been very effective.
Yeah. And likewise in the Wanderers team, who have you enjoyed watching today?
Look, I think it's probably been a little bit of a mixed bag for them today, and I think Derek Taiku's worked hard up front. Xavier Pratt's tried to get on the ball as much as he possibly can. Adam Davidson's had some good moments down the left-hand side for them, and I think they've just just going forward and creating those opportunities, and then getting hurt on the counter-attack. So a little bit of a flip side for them today.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Actually enjoyed really what Davidson. Adam Davidson's had a strong game. We're proud of himself out on that left side. He's got a good left boot. He's played well. As we just wait to see what's going on here, and it looks like we've got Knight looking to clear his line here as Cashmere, and Wanderers find themselves on the halfway waiting for that ball to arrive. There's not too many minutes left in the game now, and the score is 4-0. Doesn't reflect possession, and Wanderers have played well, but a few quick goals against the run of play. I've just seen Cashmere come up on the right side as Wanderers again look to build up, and it really has been the story of the second half.
Again, Philip Morris just getting down here, just advancing a little bit further forward from his deep defensive position, but just sees this one sail across the crossbar.
And we just spoke about the man, but Coughlin looks like he's being replaced, and number 25 Keynes will come on.
Yeah, again, look, a very good contribution from Coughlin, and chance for Cairns, is it, to come on and just grab a couple of minutes and go through to the winning whistle for the Cashmere side today.
And Kane straight away comes on and gets close into Adam Lukey there. He's perhaps looking to interfere there. It's a little bit scrappy there as Cashmere looking to build up now. But it'll sit with Wanderers in the middle, and it's a little bit of time there and players to use, and they've come to the right hand side well. It's just Semi. And Xavier Pratt with the ball. He's had a good game. Like you say, Ricky, they've just struggled just to link up in those last parts of the game there, those last facets.
Yeah, just getting those goal scoring opportunities coming a little more frequently, but had a lot of the game.
Oh. And again, another opportunity for Wanderers, but this just seems to be the run of play for them. Just can't quite get that last one to go in, and fortunate there for Knight as it takes a deflection.
He makes a good save again though, so he's got his body across and blocked it as Jordan Shaw breaks forward and looks to react on the rebound, but again the ball just whistles wide and goes to safety, and Cashmere again under Knight get themselves to clear with a goal kick.
So Knight with the ball again. He's had a good game as the players find themselves in the middle, and the sun's out now and the weather looks great here as you can see the shadows casting across the ground. And a little flick on now, and it's a good ball out to Semi out on the right hand side. He's been busy in this last few minutes as he gives himself an opportunity, but he's just muscled off the ball, and it looks like Swartz says he's going to use the big frame there, but no malice in the pair get up. Semi looks like he just appealed to the side there, but he didn't get what he was after, Ricky.
No, I think he was looking for the penalty, but well defended by Tom Swartz.
Well, there you have it. The referee blows the whistle, and that'll be the end as the players come together and shake hands. It's been a good game. It's been a hard game, a couple of yellow cards. But Cashmere will take the win here in the Chatham Cup quarterfinals, and they will win 4-0. Ricky, any thoughts on the game?
Yeah, look, it'll be disappointing for Hamilton. I think home quarterfinals. It's the furthest they've gone, so credit to them for that. But Cashmere really stood up today. I think well organised at the back, defended really well, and took their chances when they went forward. Really punished with some good finishing, some good counter-attacking football, and so they'll be thoroughly pleased, I would imagine, heading home, and certainly awaiting probably Tuesday for the draw to come out, the semi-final, and hopefully they're looking forward to grabbing a home one.
Excellent. I'll just pass you across to Bevin Jenkins for some final comments. Bev?
Oh, I think it's a great game actually. Apologies folks that the scoreboard wasn't updated. That wasn't a sad thing about Wanderers. It was just it was a new system we're using today, and I just couldn't get the last two goals up. My thanks to Nick Shoston and yourself, Ricky. It's been a pleasure to have you both in commentary for this one today. Thanks to all those that have tuned in. Apologies that we just time and things meant we couldn't get around to any of the comments, but I'll flick through the pages and have a read of who said what. And they are always appreciated. So no, good game. Well done to Cashmere. I think in the end they were just a stronger side with ball on their foot, basically.